Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I bought a new sketchbook the other day and it's got a canvas cover on it, so I thought I would decorate it. It's a Royal & Langnickel A5 size sketchbook, and there you can see the cover of it. And to decorate it I used so many different things, so I'm not going to show them all separately. I'll just show you a great big bunch of them all together. But in general I used like the Royal & Langnickel Essential acrylics. I used a Rowney Gouache, that is a little pot of nail polish you see there, and there's Windsor & Newton watercolours and some of the Windsor & Newton mediums. So for what you can see right now I'm using the masking fluid from Windsor & Newton, and I just wanted to create some white areas which are going to be stars, because the main idea for this decoration is I just wanted like a galaxy night sky and some clouds at the bottom. And for the watercolours here, I used the Windsor & Newton shimmer medium. It is absolutely gorgeous. You just mix it in with watercolours. It's got a really lovely texture, and it just creates this beautiful all over shimmer. Now I wasn't using any kind of watercolour technique. You can see I'm just splashing it on all over the place, and I used my aqua brush pen thing. You fill it with water and it's got a brush on the end so you can squeeze out water as you go. So yeah, I basically just flooded it. Next up for the clouds, I just used some acrylic paint. I just used blue and red and mixed it to get pink. I also used the white gouache to tone it down a little bit. And yeah, I just went crazy with it. I did put in some of that shimmer medium as well, but I quickly realised that that was a bit stupid because the paint is opaque and you can't see the shimmer at all. So that was a little bit of a waste, and the fact that it says it's for watercolours kind of makes sense really. So don't use it for acrylics, it's completely pointless. And once again, I'm not using any kind of crazy artist technique or any real nice brushes. I think they're just a random selection of brushes that I found in my drawer, which I don't know where I got them from, probably from a boot sale or something. I'm just, you know, slathering on the paint. I'm not actually paying much attention to quality for this because it's just the front cover of my sketchbook. I just didn't want to leave it blank white because the canvas actually had a really horrible feel to it. So I knew I wanted to cover it with something, so I figured I may as well just, you know, paint something on it. So this bit here where you can see me putting more shimmer on the sky, that's an actual glitter pen that I received in a scrawler box recently, and I absolutely love it. It is amazing. The annoying thing about it though is I didn't realise that I should have paid attention to my brush strokes a bit more, because you can actually see them. But at the end of this complete project I did seal the whole finished piece, so you can't actually see them once it's all finished. And that's another thing, you will need to seal it because the glitter does actually come off if you brush it with your hand. So I'm just using a white gel pen just to fix up the stars. I pulled off the masking fluid, and yeah, I'm just outlining the clouds. And here comes my cat. Her name is Soda. She's a ragdoll cat, and like anyone with cats knows, they want to be the centre of attention 100% of the time. So she was kind of helping me, or hindering me really, but she is very cute, so I'll let her get away with it. Also, anyone with cats knows that you shouldn't leave paint palettes uncovered, and that was a kind of a mistake that I made with this piece. The blue paint wasn't yet dry in the palette, so I accidentally left it uncovered and I didn't even think about it. And of course, the next time I came back to my desk I found blue paw prints all over the place. You can see there, it's on her back paw there. So that was fun. She did stand on the piece and I had to fix it up, but thankfully she only stood on it once and I could fix it quite easily. So I wasn't quite content with just the clouds and the sky, so I thought I would make it look like you were looking out of a window. And I used a couple of different silver pens for this, but I couldn't really get the right consistency. The really shiny pen that I was using was just so difficult to get anything out of it, so in the end I actually just resorted to using nail polish. It was a really glittery silver nail polish by Orly, I think it is, and it just worked. And I figured I was going to seal the whole piece afterwards, so I mean, it doesn't really matter if it cracks off anyway, because it's just the cover of my sketchbook, you know. It's not a piece that I'm trying to sell or, you know, pin up anywhere. It's probably going to get a lot of wear and tear, and yeah, I just painting with nail polish. Yeah, I could say it's actually quite difficult because the little brush is really hard to use. I honestly don't know how nail artists can create so many amazing designs on people's fingernails, because yeah, I struggled to get this to look good. And I didn't really think too much about the design. I know I wanted some sort of gothic arch, but unfortunately that meant that the white stars were in the wrong place. And that really shows you that you really should think about the composition of a piece before you start making it. Whereas obviously this one, I just sort of made things up as I went along. And the back cover is not my favourite. I end up filling in all that arch bit that you've just seen, but I don't know, it's okay, it works. It's better than the blank white canvas that I had before, and I like the really soft pastel colours of it. In fact, those same similar colours, the really pale pinky blues and purples and stuff, that's the background colour to my phone, which is, I only just noticed that, so it's weird because I actually don't like purple as a colour, and yet I use it a lot and I wear it a lot, and it's just very strange. I don't like purple much at all. Red is my favourite colour. And as you can see, that little white tower is the ivory tower from Neverending Story, so that took a bit of a turn. So now this whole piece is not just sky and clouds anymore, it's actually a little bit Neverending Story themed, which is quite nice actually. I quite like that idea, and when it came to me I was like, oh, it was one of those genius moments. It was like I thought of it all along, whereas I hadn't. I just made it up on the spot. But that's what's fun about some of the artwork, where you just let your imagination go. You don't plan anything too much beforehand and just see what you can come up with. I mean, you can get sort of layout mistakes like I did with those stars, but in other ways you can come up with something really amazing. And as Bob Ross says, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And I think I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I definitely like the front cover more than the back cover, just because of the way the arch is painted, but still, it's just the cover of my sketchbook, so it's not going to be used for anything amazing, and hopefully what I put inside the sketchbook will be a lot better than what's on the outside. So you don't see the last part of this where I just cover it over with Mod Podge just to give it a nice seal, so it's all smooth and not bumpy and nothing rubs off. So yeah, I just did that off camera. Obviously the last bit to tie it all together is to draw falcor, so I just used a white gel pen and then a bit of white gouache to do that, and that's it. So thanks very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe and press that notification bell, and I shall see you in my next video. Thanks very much, bye!